Hello guys, and welcome again to the third video of the GTK properties, which we are going to set. Like I told in the last video, we are going to move on with G parameter spec type value right here, which retrieve us G type, and with the help of this G type we can basically find out what kind of type use the value of a property which we are needed to set it for our program. So basically we need this function. For this it says retrieve a G type, so we need to declare a G type to work with. Okay, I'm not going to provide too much information right now. Anyway, G type, and let me give it a value. I'm going to say I don't know, G type value, and then value. Here what we need here, of course, says, as you can see, we need a spec, so I'm going to pass it. Now of course you cannot print it, the G value, right now. You cannot work with the G value, you don't even need it, because what do we need? We need now to find out the name of the data type which use basically the value, this value right here. We know that's a GTK relief none, but of course some information we have here, so we can guess what exactly happens here. But why not? Let's find out. So for this there is another function which it's called G type name. Let me see if I find it. I'm going to type it. G type name. This is very important, very interesting information. Type information. G type somewhere here, define. Strange. Where is it? G type get. No, it's not here. We are in the wrong place, because we need it in the parameter spec. It should be right here somewhere. G spec nope, not in the parameter spec information, not in the type. Maybe I should find it at some point. It's take a little bit time. G object, I hate this reference. Let me type again. G type name. Type information again. Where are you? It should be down here. G type strange, because I don't find it. Whatever. This function helps you to retrieve the name of the value which you are retrieving basically through this function called G parameter spec value right here, value type. So I don't know, I really don't know why I don't find it. If I find it, I'm going to point you later, maybe in the comments. Anyway, may I not find it right now, so we're going to say now G print, and let us save it to something new. Let's say const gchar property name, and then we are going to call basically the function which I was type name. And here, of course, as you can see, it says we need to provide a G type, so we have it right here. We are going to pass it right here now, and once that we have it, we know exactly that we have a problem. Property undeclare. What? Yes, of course, the property which we provided is not there anymore because we remove it. So I'm going to replace with a relief name. And now we have another problem. Yes, because I forgot and as you can see, now it's still not working because I forgot here to put a semicolon. I hate this. It is not used, yes, because I need to print it. So for this, G print the type of the value from the, let's say, we are going to use the real information from the it is and yes. And now we are going basically to say prop name and property name. Okay, they are value name we need here, not property name. So the property name and the value name is no escape. What did I, yes, here I forgot one right here and another one right here. And still not working because I forgot a semicolon. And now, as you can see, it says the type of the value from the relief, it is GTK relief style. You see? So basically now we know. So this is the way how you find what the data type use the or the name from the enumeration. In this case, use our relief. To be more sure if that's working, let us change the relief with the label and see what happens. Segmentation fault coded down. Okay, why is that? Let me go back and see where exactly the segmentation fault happens. So for this I need to work fast with G print debug. What I'm doing here, I want to catch where exactly happened the segmentation fault before. So debug is print and then the segmentation fault happens. Okay, so I'm moving now right here inside to see if we go in the else right here inside and we go to debug, so we don't get until here no segmentation fault happens. How about here, gprint debug, and the problem happens right here. We are setting a property which we get is through its name. Let me see if I'm right. Yes. So let's see what happens here. Debug, or which one? This one is dead. Debug. Let me print for a second the property name to see if the name is right. Debug. So the name is the label. So basically we are setting the label and we are killing it. Yes, of course, guys. Sorry, my bad. You see, I was trying to set a value of GTK relief to a property which is called label. Now I'll show you a way how you can debug fast your programs without using those memory tools and so on. Just use a function like me I did here and move it all the way down to your program until you don't see it printed anymore. So this means if I move it now right here, I'm going to see only a segmentation fault, which means, you see, I see no debug, which means that my function, this function call creates that segmentation fault, and I already know why. Why? Because GTK relief none was set, and this is the wrong one. This is not the value which we need to set, isn't it? So you see how important is when you work with these things. You see, now I created a situation which I don't wanted to create it, but it's there, and because of this kind of situation, you learn with me together now a way how to debug and find out the bugs. And what's most important is we saw together what happens if we pass a wrong information to our GObject set function. Like here right now, we are trying to set the relief to the label property, which is bad, which is wrong. So I'm going to comment out for a second right here, right now. I'm going to compile it and run it again. And this time, you see, we have a nice and clear thing right here. What do we have now? The type of the value from the label is gchar array. If I change it again to the, I don't know, let's say margin, for example, because the margins works fine. I'm going to compile it and run it. As you can see, says the type of the value of the margin is gint, g-int, you see, right here, and works fine. I'm going to remove it. Okay, so that being said, this is the way how you handle the GObject get and GObject set functions. For the next information which are coming, we are going to talk in the next videos. Thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.